As a writer, the thing that people comment on the most when they talk about my writing is my character building. I get asked over and over again, who are my characters? How do I make them? I suppose that I could take a little bit of time to talk about that. So, I'm currently reading Red Twilight, A Dawning of Power. It's been at least 5 years since I've looked at this book, and frankly, I didn't remember most of it. So, I guess we'll talk about characters in the order in which they appear. Right at the beginning of A Dawning of Power, the first character to narrate is Jessica Brisbane, also referred to as Jessica the Weaver throughout most of the book. Actually, when I'm mistaken, in the first book, she refers to herself as the Weaver. Now, in the first book, she doesn't really have much to do. She's there mostly to set up foreshadowing. She makes reference to several characters who we don't see for some time. The wolf being dragged down by spirits. That's a reference to Hitatsubachi. He doesn't appear until World Walkers. The blood-soaked dove. That's David Jasmine. Again, he appears in World Walkers. The bat, Miu Darclair. She doesn't appear until A Dawning of Power. No, it's not A Dawning of Power. Is she? She might have been mentioned. I think she was mentioned at the very end of the book as the yellow-eyed monster. But the first time that she has a spoken line of dialogue is in Long Distance Runners. The monkey in the black coat. That's Charlie Belmont, actually, and that was probably one of the stupidest lines I ever wrote. But that's hardly relevant. So, what is going on with her character? How did I come up with this character? Well, we really have to start by talking about what is my method for character creation. I play D&D. I like to think about my characters in form of how would I represent this person from a D&D standpoint? What are their combative skills like? What are their proficiencies? What sort of skill set do they have access to? What are their special traits? What are their weaknesses? What are their fears, and what is their motivation? But I guess the part that's unique as far as my character creation goes, I tend to think about characters as a voice also. So, whenever I start building a character, I come up with a mannerism of speech for them. How do they talk? So, I try talking to my character as myself, and then have them respond in their voice so that I get a feeling for how they talk, how they behave. So, then, Jessica speaks with an accent. Her accent is Middle English, pre-Victorian. She's an alchemist. She's a sage. She's a visionary. She's a spiritualist. Her narration needs to reflect these things in some way. The best way I can find to do that was to give her a voice from outside of our time. She doesn't use contemporary words. She doesn't use contractions often. And her speech sounds just a little bit Shakespearean, adding extra adjectives to a sentence, unneeded conjunctions, conjoining words. I'm a few years outside my English class. I can't remember what the right way to say this is. And then the next thing you need to consider is function and story. What does this character do? And why do they do it? But right now I'm reading a Dynamic Power and that doesn't come up yet. So I guess that's really all that I have to say about the character Jessica.